This device that Panasonic has created, the Enhanced Classroom, it's a gift for teachers.
3 less than 5 times the number, and I want you to break it down really nicely.
It was a slam dunk decision.
Take the semicolon and put a conjunction after it.
Excellent!
We should have classroom amplification in every classroom in this country.
Hydrogen weighs how much? It's the lightest element. Weighs how much? 1.
I love the device not only for what it does for me as a teacher, but also for what it does to lift up my students and to build their confidence.
With the microphone, no matter where you are in the classroom, it feels like an intimate space, like the teacher's right there talking straight to you.
This is my 23rd year of teaching, but the first 20 years that I taught, I had no microphones in my classroom.
Who can tell me what the problem is with the way this is written?
I couldn't even imagine what a difference it would make.
What would be one thing, Zach?
One thing that I've realized with the device that I didn't really expect is that kids seem to pay attention more.
It's free. You don't have to pay anything to go to school. It's your right as a citizen of our country.
I'm embarrassed to say, as a teacher, I just assumed every kid could hear what I was saying all the time, and then I soon realized that as I turned to the board, or sometimes kids who sat at the back, they couldn't quite hear everything I was saying.
Doctor, he's in there too.
A teacher can maintain a much more positive demeanor when she's speaking.
5 more than twice the number. It sounds still just foreign language.
Because she's not having to raise her voice, she can use tones and inflections that are more natural. And that's significant when you're building relationships with kids.
Oh yeah, this is competition.
We also saw a 10% increase in our number of students who were proficient on our state accountability test in reading.
I have a background from elementary school, and it's really, really evident there. A teacher can truly use whisper tones, and she can shape her mouth that teaches the children how to make those sounds.
These microphones do have a significant impact on their ability to understand words, to be able to repeat words. Quite often you'll have students that may, mix up your B's and your D's and little subtle differences like that.
The microphone doesn't amplify it as much, but you can hear them clearer. They articulate more.
Remember we talked about algebra? It's a subject, but it's also a what, y'all? Language.
There is a financial component to it as well. If you have a third grader who has to be retained because they didn't get the information the first year, we do have to pay the cost for a teacher and all the other expenses of reteaching that child in the third grade again.
And, but, or, nor.
I have a lot of kids in my classroom who are shy, as most teachers do, and it's hard to get them to speak out. And when I pass around the microphone, even my students who are the most soft-spoken, they speak with a big voice.
I believe 12 drops.
12 drops.
I know that with the microphone I can express myself, and I know that everyone's listening to me.
All of a sudden they realize what I'm saying is important.
I know the teachers in public schools get paid the same.
Even within our first year, we saw a 40% decrease in our most severe discipline.
Okay, your boss says I have to have those contracts signed in my hands tomorrow. I'm in the Bahamas. I need it tomorrow. Make it happen, Miles, now.
When teachers talk like this, I think a lot of kids assume they're being yelled at. But when you can use your natural voice,
It's got a calming effect on the classroom.
it's a much better environment and atmosphere for the teacher and for all of the students.
This one I put the alcohol in first, and then
Teachers, as you know, talk all day long. They have an instructional day that's about 6.5 hours, and they're using their voices all during that time. Of all the teachers in this school, over 50% said that they would have been absent more days if they had not had an amplification system to use. That's significant, not only from the impact on teaching and learning and the curriculum to be covered, but also on the cost for a school or school district.
He's selling for 25. She's on for 15. How many are you going to buy? Tiffany's.
Any school district will tell you their most important mission is to educate children and make sure that they reach their full potential. We want to make sure our kids have all the tools that they need in order to compete in the global world.
I think 1 per divide is split.
We want to make sure we have brands that we can trust in our schools. We want to make sure that we have somebody that's going to be around long term with us.
Due to the data that we were able to collect at this school, classroom amplification systems became a standard for every new school that we built.
Not only is the device that Panasonic put in our classrooms incredible, the people are incredible. They care about us, they care about our students, and we feel in good hands with them.